Hello, welcome one and all. And today in this video, we are going to discuss a few questions from checkpoint paper. And this is checkpoint paper 0893. It's written over here. Okay, so it's checkpoint paper number 0893. Okay, that is your science paper. And this is paper number one. Okay, this is paper one. Okay, and this is from the year October 2023. Okay, and being paper number one, it is carrying some 45 marks, I suppose. Yeah, no, 45 minutes, and the marks is total 50. So this paper is of 50 marks. Okay? Total marks is 50. 50 is the marks, and the time is 45 minutes, right? Okay. Now, let us start with the very first question. Question number one. That is over here. Okay, let me choose the pen first. Okay. Yeah, and choose this. Right. So, question number one says that uh, the arrows show the pathway of water to the root. Now, in this diagram, you can see this diagram over here. Okay. Uh, yeah, in this diagram, you can see certain arrow marks are given to you, and these arrow marks are indicating the pathway of the water as it is traveling through the root to other parts of the plant. Okay. Now, certain labeling is also done over here, like you can see over here, they have written water enters the cell. So, actually, the water is entering the cell from this part, right? Okay. Yeah, water is entering from here into the cell. Okay. And this shaded portion, you can see these are nothing but the soil particles. Okay. And this particular path is leading to this particular layer, and then you have the entire diagram. So you can see various arrow marks indicated over here, and based on that you have to answer the questions. Okay, so question number A is, as you can see here, this is first question A. It says that name the type of the root cell labeled in A. So this is your A. Okay, right. Now you have to tell what is the type of the root cell. Okay, so the type of the root cell is nothing but a hair root cell. Answer is hair root cell. HAIR, hair root cell. Okay. Now in the roots of the plant, you will have something called hair root cells. Okay, hair HAIR root cells. Plural. Okay. Then next is B. Uh, B says that suggest one way root cell A is adapted to its function. Use the diagram to help you. So you have to answer this question, like what is the one way in which this root cell has adapted. Okay. So the answer to this will be the root cells are having large surface area. Okay. They can say large. Oh, oh, oh. So sorry. This won't go now. Uh, okay. Yeah. So the answer is the root cells. Okay. They are adapting to this function by having a large surface area. Okay. So because of this large surface area, okay, more and more water will be taken in by the roots. Okay. And the next question is C part of this question. It says that uh, what water is transported from the roots, okay, to the stems and the leaves through the vessels B, and you have to name the vessel B. So in plants, what happens? There are two types of vessels, okay. So uh, from the roots, okay, the water is taken in and it is passed on to stems and then to leaves and other part of the body. So from the soil, all this water and other minerals, they are transported up to the plant, up to the right top of the plant, okay, in all parts of the body by something called xylem, Xylem, okay. And there's another transport vessel which is taking all the things from the different parts of the plant. In fact, it is taking leaves from the leaves. Whatever food is manufactured in the leaves by photosynthesis, that food has to be carried to different parts of the plant, other parts of the plant. So those food that is prepared in the leaves will be taken to the stem and then it will taken to the roots also, because roots also need food. So all that happens through a vessel called phloem, Phloem. So these are the two transportation media. One is xylem and one is phloem. Xylem will take everything from the soil and from the bottom of the plant to various different parts of the plant. Okay, and phloem is something which will take the food from the leaves of the plant to all the other parts of the plant. Okay, so for this particular question, the answer has to be like the answer is missing. The answer will be xylem, Xylem. Okay. And next question, question D. Okay. Yeah. Coming to this question D. Vessel B transports minerals to the leaves. Okay. So as I told you, through xylem, okay, water and other minerals are taken from the roots and carried to different parts of the plant. Okay, so these vessels are known as xylem. So this xylem, vessel B, transport minerals to the leaves. Now you have to name the mineral that is needed to make chlorophyll. So there are various minerals which are absorbed from the soil, and different minerals help or they have different functions. So you have to name the mineral which is needed for making chlorophyll, and the name of that mineral is magnesium. Magnesium. Okay. So magnesium is the mineral which is used for making chlorophyll. Okay. So that was our question number 1. Okay. Now let us move on to question number. Next question. It's not question number 2. Let us see what that question is. So here we go to the next slide. Okay. Now this is question number 4. Okay, from the same paper, right? So paper is the same one, paper 1, October 2023, and question number is 4, right? So you can see the question on the screen over here, right? And I'll read out the question for you. Mia and Aiko, Mia and Aiko are discussing ideas about fetal development and the health of the mother. Okay, so this is a question. I'm so sorry. This is question number 4, right? Number 4. Okay. So question number 4 says that uh, this question is about the carbon cycle and the climate change. Okay, so this is regarding your carbon cycle and the climate change, right? That is from your unit 1, the very first chapter. Okay, photosynthesis and the carbon cycle. So First sub-question A says that complete the carbon cycle diagram. So there's a diagram given over here, and you have to complete the diagram. Means wherever they have indicated spaces, in that spaces you have to complete the diagram by writing the words. You are choosing the words from the list. So these are the words, right? So pay attention on the words. There is something called combustion. You have decomposition. Okay. So there's combustion, decomposition. Then you have something called feeding. Then you have a word called photosynthesis, and you have a word called respiration. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these 5 words you have to put in this diagram. Okay. So going by the diagram, they have shown in the diagram that there is a sunlight over here. Okay. Can you see? This is the sunlight. Okay. From the sunlight, okay, the sunlight is going to the plant, and at in this box, you have to mention something. So sunlight, is helping in what? It is helping in combustion, right? Or should be right photosynthesis. Okay. So let me check. Yeah. So oh, 1 second. This is question number 4. Now you have to write the answers at the correct place. Okay. So here from the plant, from the sun, the sunlight is coming and it is being used by the plant. So in this particular place, okay. Here, you can write photosynthesis. Okay. PHOTOSYNTHESIS. Okay. So photosynthesis is something that takes place, and that is I have written here photosynthesis. Okay. Now what happens? This photosynthesis process is going to make food for the plant. Okay. And the plant will survive. Now in the box below, you can write what? Now you can see animal, a cow-like animal, okay, is trying to eat the plant. Okay. So here, if I write feeding, it should be not wrong. Okay. So the animal is feeding on this plant, right? Now what happens? This plant as well as this animal is going to die one day. Okay. So you come down over here and there's written dead plants and elements. Okay. So once this plant and this animal is dead, that dead animal and plant will be going into the earth, and it will be getting converted into fossil fuel. So you can see there's a fossil fuel in this box written, right? Now what happens? The arrow mark says that dead plants and animals, then they are returned back. They are going through this particular stage. Now what should be this stage be? So once the plant are dead, once the animal is dead, there's something called decomposition that takes place. Okay, decomposition of the dead plants and animals. And what will happen on decomposition? Again, the carbon, okay, will be escaping, okay, into the atmosphere. Okay. Another thing, this animal, you can see here there's a box. Okay. So here you can say that because of respiration, see, we are talking about carbon cycle. So how the carbon can enter into the system and leave the system. So from the plants, okay, when the plant absorbs sunlight, okay, photosynthesis takes place, and food is manufactured for the plant, and those plants are, eaten away by the animals. And when the animals die, there's decomposition taking place of the animals, At the same time, when the animals are alive, okay, then out of respiration, when the animals respire, okay, they take in oxygen and they give out carbon dioxide. So by respiration process, these animals will give out carbon dioxide, which is written over here. And you see in this box, there is a carbon dioxide which is going into the atmosphere, right? So one way of adding carbon dioxide to the atmosphere is by respiration by the animals, and other way is this fossil fuels. Once they are used in the industry over here, in industry these fossil fuels are used, okay, in the power stations, and they are used for combustion, okay. So to create energy, they are burnt over here. So can I write here combustion? So when the fossil fuels undergo combustion, again the carbon dioxide is produced, is a byproduct of any combustion. So that carbon dioxide will be coming out from those factories and from those industry, and it will be entering into the atmosphere. So this is basically the carbon cycle that you can uh, you know complete. This is a complete carbon cycle, and these are the placement of the words. All the 5 words I have placed: photosynthesis, spreading, respiration, decomposition, and combustion. So that was our A part of the question. Now let us go for the B part. That is over here. So, B says that uh, describe what happens during decomposition. So everybody knows during decomposition, the remains of the plants and the animals, the dead plants and the dead animals, they break down. Okay. And the breakdown of these dead living beings, okay, is happening in the decomposition process. And the product of this decomposition is carbon dioxide. So the question is what is happening? So you can write uh, breakdown of the dead plants and animals, okay, uh, takes place uh, or is taken place. Breakdown of the is taken place. No, it's not a good English. It should be takes place, right? Takes place, and and carbon dioxide is released into the atmosphere. Okay, so that's the answer for the C part of the question, and sorry, the B part of the question. Now C part of the question. Now first let me see what is the question. The question says that the main cause of climate change, okay, is burning of fossil fuels, right? That is what the question says. Describe one effect of the climate change. So because of this burning fuel, okay, there is a always a change in the climate taking place. So one of the effects you will have to write down for this climate change. So what is happening? Okay, so there are many things that happens because of this climate change. So you can write either flooding, okay, any one, but I'll write two for you, right? Yeah. Flooding and One more, if you want to write, you can write uh, global warming also. Okay, global warming. Right. So these are the two. They, although they have mentioned, they have told you to mention any one, but I have mentioned two, so that's okay. Right. Okay. So that was question number 4. Now this is question number 5. Okay. Now for question number 5, the question says that these are the two girls. Okay. And the names. One second. Yeah. One is Mia and one is Aiko. Okay. Okay. Now this is Mia and this is her statement, right? And this is Aiko. Okay. And this is what she has to say. So both have made some statement regarding some discussion on fetal development and the health of the mother. Okay. Now the first, let us read the statement of both the girls. Okay. So Mia has to say that a scientific study has shown that the mass of a unborn baby will be less if the mother has an unhealthy diet. Okay. So she thinks the mother should be careful what she eats. Okay. So this is what Mia has to say. Same way, Aiko makes a statement that my mother, that is Aiko's mother, says she ate what she wanted and I was born healthy. So Aiko's mother, when she was about to give birth to Aiko, she used to eat everything and anything, and the result was that Aiko was born very healthy. So Aiko thinks that, so I don't think it matters what the mother eats. So Aiko thinks that it is not necessary to put a keep a check on what you are eating or what you are not eating and all that. Okay. So I hope you understood both the statements. Okay. Now the question is sub question A. Okay. It says that who has made a more informed decision. Now, what is the meaning of informed decision? Informed decision is a decision which is giving, which you are getting by some information or from a proper source, okay, and which is reliable, okay. And I think the statement of this Mia has to be an informed statement because she is making a statement that a scientific study has shown something. So Mia will put a tick mark in this box because this indicates that Mia's statement is more informed statement or it is a more informed decision, not typo. Okay. Explain your answer. Now, how you are going to explain the answer? So why Mia why Mia's statement is an informed decision? Because basically this is scientifically, this statement is scientifically based. Okay, it is scientifically based, and hence, because it is scientifically based, okay, it should have evidence also. Will have evidence, and because it is scientifically based statement having evidence, okay, and it gives you uh, it gives more informed uh, decision. Okay, decision. right? Because it is scientifically based with a lot of evidence, right? Now, next is B part of the question. It says that the diet of the mother is one factor that affects the fetal development. Okay. Write down one other factor that affects the fetal development. So, of course, diet is a very important aspect or a factor in the development of the fetus. But he has asked you to give one more uh, example or one more factor which affects the fetal development. So, the other factor can be like smoking, okay, or you can say drugs. Now, if you are into smoking or if you are into drugs, okay, then the fetus will be affected in a negative way. Okay, so in the factors, okay, even this can be included, but these are the negative effect of the factors. Okay, they will have negative effect, right? So I think today we did some three questions, and I think I should stop here. I don't have enough time now, and in the next video we will do more questions on this paper. So that's all for today. Take care.